Hi everyone, today we'll talk with Gulistan Khamzayeva. She's the chairperson of the Kazakhstan Diplomats Wives community. She's also an artist and a writer and also a great person. So we can start with the small talk?
Yes,
Why not? If you'd like.
Yes.
How was your road, maybe?
Yeah, it's, usually small talk is an informal conversation about the weather, nature, something. So today is a nice weather. Last time I was stuck in the traffic because of rain, and now I feel comfortable. I can wear something light and be here. So nice.
Yeah, this weather is nice, and outside there is a party.
A party.
Yeah, so it's...
Which is much interesting.
Yeah. We can start with our
Yes.
questions. So the first question is, what experience did you gain in the embassy? You worked in there, and as we all know, and would it be fair to say that this experience inspired your interest in learning languages and exploring different cultures, maybe?
Thank you for the question. I would say vice versa, because of the language. I mean, language was a foundation of my work. If I didn't know the language, I wouldn't work at the embassy, definitely, because at that time, I just imagine it's 1992. So no embassies, the first embassy, everything is new, no logistics, nothing, and I have only the English language. I know, I speak, and of course there was no choice. And the language helped me to adapt easily. Though I was, lost because, I was 38 at that time. I was not a teenager. I was not like our kids were 14, both, and 8, of course. They were lost because they didn't finish school, the new language. I knew the language they didn't know, so I had to help them. I had to help the people, the families of our diplomats. Nobody knew the language, and they invited me to work with them as a receptionist, and I started, and everybody called. Tell me, what's the word for глазные капли? Tell me. And I say, no gadgets, nothing. And so I would tell them, spell them, buy them, show them. Don't get confused, not ears, but eyes, not ears. So there were lots of questions, of course, from all of the sides. And I used to pick up the phone and talk about Kazakhstan. And I didn't know, at that time I was not aware of many situations or many things. Well, Kazakhstan is huge. So that, of course, that helped me a lot. Yeah. I developed my communication skills. I learned a lot more. And of course, thanks to the English language. Yeah. So I adapted easily.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. So it was a vice versa process, I would say.
If I recall correctly, it was your first experience was in USA?
In the US, yes. The first, and we spent there 5 years. We opened the embassy, and it took us 5 years. We didn't even go home. There was no money, and so we stayed there. I missed Kazakhstan. I missed my family. My mother, my sisters, but we stayed there. We traveled a lot. We saw a lot, of course, but that was a unique experience. And frankly speaking, I was crying also at times because I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I thought that my life is just boring. Really. Well, I got my driver's license. I got computer. I was. I signed up for computer classes. Yes, yeah. So I did, and then we didn't have any at the beginning. No receptions, no No, nothing actually. So it was a little bit boring at the beginning, but then I got adapted quickly, easily, and then all of a sudden we have to move to another country, and it
Yeah.
was the Great Britain. So moving from one country to another, that was experience.
That's very interesting, actually.
It,
Can't
it,
even
it
imagine that.
seems
Yeah.
interesting, but in reality,
It's hard,
oh, it's
probably.
hard, of
Yeah.
course, and
Away from home.
yeah, and you don't, yeah, you're not aware of anything.
Yeah.
How to dress up, how to, where to buy, what to say, how to do, well, many things, of course. But English helped me a
Yeah.
lot.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't survive, I think.
Well, yeah, English is now, especially now, it's helping with the globalization and
Of
stuff.
course.
We can turn to our next question. So we know that you have, you know, many languages, and have there been situations where your knowledge of a language directly influenced the negotiations, or maybe even the fate of negotiations, maybe?
Wow, it
Yeah.
sounds like there was something really sophisticated. Well, I've been, of course, I've been at the letter of credence. I was at the negotiation table, of course, but there was not something that diplomats will always find the ground, the common ground. So there was no something outrageous, nothing. But of course, if you have a word, and I often say that if you learn to communicate, you learn how, well, you can express yourself, you can find particular words for something. So if you have a word, if you know what you are talking about, you have a subtle language, then of course you can avoid some difficulties, some really tough situations. There were so many. I wouldn't say that it was so like something life-changing situation. No, of course not. But I made my presentations when I wrote my books in English, and that was also something, an experience I gained. And there were many situations when I didn't expect, when they would say, "Oh, we don't have an interpreter. Where is an interpreter? Gulistan, can you do that?" What? I cannot do that on spot. I thought I should have prepared. I mean, I should be ready for that. But of course, and even in Spain, in Spanish, in Italian, and of course with no experience, I was really, I mean, I was afraid of talking, making mistakes, which is natural. But at that time I was like, but they might say, "Oh, we know Gulistan will do that. Oh, she knows the language," as if I'm the only one. No, she knows. And of course, I would make some mistakes. I was shy at that time. I couldn't say something really nice, but I learned the whole. Now I can be. Oh, I can say something in many languages, but at that time, it was difficult. There was no situation when it was dramatic, really.
Yeah.
But there was no way out. No, of course not. But as I say, a word can change. We say that the word can change the situation. I usually, I'm sure that even if you know the language, but if you speak in front of many people and it's a political situation, it's something which is very, very important at that time, you have to speak in your own language, because there are so many really, really thin things. I mean, really something you cannot even catch. So you have to be careful when you express yourself. You have to, and of course you can't. You shouldn't stay there. I mean, not knowing what to say. You have to express yourself. That's why when there were some negotiations, remember Zelensky, the two presidents, Zelensky and Trump.
Yeah.
And of course, I respect the Ukrainian president, but he
He was
couldn't
harsh.
express himself. No. Couldn't express himself in English.
Oh, of
And
course.
there were so many moments he missed, and he was not a leader at that time. I mean, it should be the work of interpreters, definitely, because it's the fate of the country. It's something very important, so you can't do that. But just between, I mean, in an informal situation, of course, there were lots of things when I made mistakes, but I would laugh at myself, change, and yeah, but it was lesson learned.
It was experience.
It was experience,
Yeah.
definitely. Only experience.
Yeah.
Only experience, it's true.
Yeah, it's just how you learn how to
Of
talk with
course,
people.
of course. To err is human, they say.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't miss. There is no person who makes. Who makes mistakes. I mean, no, who doesn't
course.
make mistakes. Of course, a person makes mistakes, but they shouldn't be life-changing.
All right, I'll ask the third question about how important is understanding the cultural nuances for the negotiations there and maybe execution of diplomatic mission, maybe.
Of course, it's important. Of course, even just knowing a language is not a way out. You have to know the cultural code of the country. Even if when we learn the language, we change. The behavior changes. I often laugh when, of course, I have an American friend, and we when we talk, it's like, oh, great, perfect, fantastic, something like that. But of course, in Russian and in Kazakh, we don't say that. We are not so impressive. We say, we say very monotonous. Russian is monotonous. Kazakh is also monotonous with so many variations. But Spanish is even better.
Yeah.
Italian is twice
so
as
yeah.
but and I learned this. I don't know. I didn't learn how to make some movements with my hands, but yeah. And they look at me, just, what happened to you? And was like, ¿Qué pasa? And I like it. And I didn't pretend. I never pretend. I just imitate. And then they find you close to you. I mean,
Just like us.
just like us. So, of course, the language helps you to adapt to the cultural code, and we have to adapt. We have to change our manners, the way you talk. You cannot sit and just watch and say nothing. Of course, you have your own opinion. You have to talk and talk and talk. So I always say, vale, bene.
Always with arms.
Yeah, always with arms.
The Italian doesn't work without
No,
arms.
they don't. Oh, signora. I love that, really. Signora. Just so nice. So where would I practice that? Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Only there. So.
I'm very interested also to know, can language be a form of a power? Maybe you can have, tell me some examples. Maybe there was a situation that, have you ever felt that you were in the control of some situation maybe?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's a power, but of course during the negotiations, the countries, the presidents, they have power, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And the power, there was one lecture where I think I didn't do that here. It was the rule of three, public speaking. I just had it. I was so fascinated, and I shared it. It's the power of words, how you can manage, how you can present yourself, how you can say a few words that they will be like a bomb. It's really something you have to express, like the famous rule of three, Caesar's three words, Veni, Vidi, Vici,
Yeah, yeah.
which is very impressive.
Yeah, of course.
Even just, and I was so fascinated, and I was looking. I made a lot of inquiries. I just looked through many resources, and I found out that it's really powerful. Well, how to learn to say
To express
short, to
yourself.
express yourself, short but vivid and so definite,
Yeah.
distinct, and it's an art.
Yeah.
It
works.
It works,
Yeah.
really. Even if you say just one word, but it would be powerful. It's
Epic,
silence.
I would say.
Yes, exactly, exactly. This is really, so that's why I say that we have to learn these skills. They are part of soft skills and hard skills. And this is also being an actor, actress, because I remember my friends, wives of other ambassadors, they would say, Gulistan, you are an actress. But no, for me, it's easier. I cannot sit and talk quietly,
yeah.
nothing. Just I have to express myself. I have to talk with my eyes and this and that. This is the way. This is the way. It's the way you can have fun. And I always say, you have to have fun. Whatever you do, have fun. Fun is just fun.
Humor is everything.
Humor is everywhere. It's true. Who needs your boring speech with just so many unnecessary words? Just show something.
Yeah, just laugh.
Laugh, live, love, laugh.
Yes,
It's true.
of course.
Again, three.
But maybe there was something laughable, maybe unexpected situations that you were in during your living in the other countries, maybe?
No. I will tell you one story. I just.
I'm listening closely.
Yes. I learned Spanish, of course, and then we moved to Italy. And of course, you know, when you switch from one language to another, you forget the previous language. So it was in Spain, and then we moved to Italy, from Italy to Belgium, non-stop. And there, and my friend, Spanish friend, she came to visit me in Belgium. But she is like Spanish donna, donna. And she said, Gulistan, yo no hablo inglés. Tú sabes, sí. Exactly what she said. Tú sabes, you know that. No hablo inglés. Solamente one cup of coffee. That was like really a speech. And at that time I said, oh, no preocupa, todo bien, está bien. I was like, and then one day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, 5 days of speaking only Spanish, no word in English. Abroad, you can switch from one language to another. You see an Italian, you speak Italian, and then English, of course, French a little bit of every language, and it's easier. And now the deep immersion into the Spanish. I have never spoken so much in Spanish. So I was the first day, I was like, wow, I remember that. The second day, I was a little bit mad. I said, ¿y perché? No, ¿por qué tú no me ayudas? No hablo, no. I asked her, you have to know a little bit of English. Because I cannot just speak Spanish. No, per te
She
va
was so
bene.
hard.
Yes, for you it's good. You have to speak and practice Spanish. You know what happened? She left on the 5th day, and it was not just sleeping, or we would visit places of interest. I would talk about this and that, and then coffee, tea, everything. And what is that?
Everything
and that in
in
Spanish.
Spanish.
And of course, okay. And she's, benga, benga, benga. But she also like, benga,
Continue.
benga, yeah.
Go on.
So she left, and then I understood how hard it is it's not my language. I learned it. I didn't have practice for 10 years of speaking Spanish, just occasionally. And at that time, I was really tired. I couldn't even open my mouth. I said, just leave me alone. I was just like that, dead. So, and then she called, Gulistan, ¿qué tal? Bien. Marisa. But it was
Only
fun.
English,
Only English. Only English. But at that time, of course, the next day I was praising myself. You know Spanish.
For speaking Spanish, yeah.
I was so happy that I can even speak Spanish with no English word. That was it was an experience, great one.
Yeah. And you start to think in that language.
Yes, not think, but of course. But
you just don't have time to translate in your head.
No, everything. Yes, but that was a big experience, a nice experience.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't have any other chance to speak only in one language. Imagine in Kazakhstan, we speak Kazakh, Russian, we switch from one language to another, bilingual, we are bilinguals, we speak both languages. And in many countries, you can switch from English into another language. At least you know English. Because my children, they say, oh, Mom, we don't even worry. You will find a way to, in every situation. So, of course, I know English, but that was an experience I have never had when you speak only pure one language, which is good.
Yeah.
As if I have been locked in the room.
Yeah, with one language.
With one language. no people. I'm alone, and everything is in Spanish.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I can't imagine that. I'm scared.
I'm scared. I was scared too. I was really, all my emotions passed through me. I was like, oh, wow, I hate that. I know that. I don't know that. So.
But you're saying that in different languages you can express yourself differently.
Differently,
so you behave
yes.
differently. But if each language was a different version of yourself, how can I ask that even? Which one would be the most boldest, and which one would be the most honest of your versions?
Well, if I have two choices, of course. Like you said, boldness, boldest. I would say, of course, it's English. Another honest will be Russian. I think so, because
it's even logical.
Yes, of course, I know. But every day I speak both languages. Occasionally I use Kazakh. But mostly I use both because I teach English, of course. If you to find equilibrium, I see that I have the same level. I have English and Russian at the same time. I talk to somebody in Russian. I switch into English. I have a class. Today I have 3 classes, 3 hours of speaking English, of course. And then every day, I almost have it every day. I teach, I speak English, but even if you say, do you dream in English? Well, Sometimes
Do you?
I do.
Oh.
Yes, sometimes I
That's
do.
a level.
If I no, it's not because of the level. It's because you were again. I was immersed in English. For example, I was preparing something in English, my presentation, or I talked to
Oh,
somebody, and then I could not sleep.
continuous English.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was the last. It was the last language before going to bed,
Yeah.
and I was thinking in English. And of course, I wake up and say, okay, what happened yesterday? Yes, but yesterday I had a presentation in English, or I talked to somebody in English. So it happens. I wouldn't say definitely, but I think I answered your question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty logical, actually.
I think so. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
If you just practice the one and only language, I'm surprised you didn't dream in Spanish when you were
No, no,
supposed
no,
to
no, no, no.
talk in Spanish.
No. After that, I didn't dream in Spanish. Really, Spanish is a beautiful language.
Yeah, it is.
Really, it is. It is very close to Italian, but Italian is also a beautiful language.
Beauty, but in different ways, I
In
would
different
say.
ways,
Yeah.
yes, it's true. It's true. But knowing Spanish, you can speak definitely to many countries. I mean, the citizens of many countries, because of Latin America, they all speak Spanish. But of course, there are some nuances, as you said. For example, in Spain, they practice Castellana. This is the language of Madrid, and they don't say Madrid; they say Madrid.
Oh, I didn't know
Madrid.
that.
Why Madrid? So Madrid. I know how other Latin American countries speak. They have some really the different not spelling pronunciation, so they can say softly or so
Harshly.
I can detect harshly also, but Madrid is just very peculiar,
Yeah.
very peculiar. And they would say, "Hablas castellana?" I say, "Sí, sí."
I'm starting to understand what you're saying.
Of course, it's easy because it comes from they come from Indo-European family of languages, from the Roman Germanic language branch. So of course,
I
they have
can
much in common.
see some logical connections, I would
Yes,
say.
it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. It's true. But switching from Spanish to Italian was a little bit. I was like, oh, I know Spanish, so Italian I will learn in a month. But of course, it's a little bit different. Though I could understand Italian, but Italians they just wait until you say exactly how they say. When I said I'm from Kazakhstan, they were care. They couldn't even
Oh, you told
understand.
that in a
You know
lecture,
why?
yeah.
Because they say Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
So what? What's the difference?
It's
What's the difference?
different way.
Different way. And no, well, I said it in Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan in Spanish. I say Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan. They would look at me as if I said something Somalia or whatever. And then, signora, Kazakhstan. So, was it a big difference?
They just can't pronounce that.
Yes, exactly. You have to pronounce their way. You
Yeah.
have to be Italian.
As a diplomat.
A diplomat. Yeah. So it was like, wow, really, really.
But you were in a different culture. You were using different languages,
Yes.
acting differently. But have you ever felt like you were lost? Your true self was lost. Have you ever felt that?
No,
Maybe?
I wouldn't say that. I was an adult. I had I was not. I knew who I was, what country I came from. It was not difficult for me. I knew my identity. I knew who I am and what I know and where I am and what I present. I present the whole country. But of course, we lived in a family. I mean, there were our daughters and grandchildren. Grandchildren, they were 2 months, 2 months and 4 months when we moved to Italy. And well, they didn't know who they are. They were little, 2 years old, and they were just they didn't care. But they knew that they were in Italy, in Rome. And then we wanted them to socialize. So I spoke to the Russian ambassador to Italy, and they had a kindergarten. So they went there, and the first day they came back and they said, "We are Russians and we do not surrender." I said, "Wow." I said, "No, you are not Russians. No, you are not Russians." Okay, but they are little. How could I, what would I say? And then said, "Okay, we are Italians." I said, "No, you're not Italians." So I said, "You are Kazakhs. This is our flag. This is Astana. This is this." And well, I thought that this is really the situation when they had to know. So no Italians, no Russians, Kazakhs, okay? Okay.
You show them everything.
I showed them.
This is the tea part that we do.
Yes. No, exactly. I said, this is the book about Astana. This is the flag you have to know. This is Italian. Not this, but yes, we live here, but we are not Italians, okay? We are not Russians. So we are Kazakhs. And they still have Kazakhstan passports. They don't want to change. They live abroad.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Yes.
It's great that they understood that they are Kazakhs.
Yes,
that they have different culture. Maybe.
Yes, as my daughter says, "Mom, there are 60 million Italians there. Why should I be 60 million one person? I would stay Kazakh better than to be there. I mean, she lives there, but her husband is Italian. But her son, my grandson, he speaks all the languages.
Wow.
He knows that he's Kazakh. So
he's saying that he's Kazakh.
Yes, he said, "I'm from Kazakhstan."
Oh. Even I'm proud of him.
Yes, it's true. It's true. No, I'm also proud that they didn't leave. I mean, they still have Kazakhstan passports. You know, since we lived 25 years abroad, it was I always missed the country. They didn't at that time. Now they miss, but I missed always because I knew that was temporary. Temporary.
You know where your homeland is. Yeah.
Yes.
You remember that.
Of course, you know.
Home.
Home sweet home. It's true.
Was it, I'm interested in your experience as a teacher because I know that you teach many languages, you work with young people. Do they have common mistakes maybe while learning?
Lots of common mistakes.
Different languages?
I like to laugh when they, I will tell you the words they don't know. I just, whenever it comes the word I know they usually make mistakes, I just, and wait, and then say, vegetable, my favorite word, vegetable, okay? It's not a table, vegetable. Mountain, do you like it?
What about
mountain?
Cucumber?
Oh, no, cucumber, no. Vegetable, and the best word, hotel.
Oh.
Hotel, please, hotel, hotel. You cannot. Vegetable is my favorite. Vegetable. Yes, vegetable.
I'll keep that in mind.
And I'm kidding. Of course, I cannot laugh. They will learn. But it's funny. I have very good relationship with my students. I have two best students. One is 60, one is 50, another is 40. Ooh. One is a diplomat, another is a businessman. But for 4 years, they are learning English 3 times a week.
3 times a vegetable.
It was
Vegetable, sorry.
vegetable. Starting from one at 8 in the morning, another at 8 in the evening. They have so much in common. But I like them. You know why? Because they love the language. They don't need to use it. I mean, of course, they use the language. They are both B2, C1 level. But they love, and they see that I love the language. And I say, well, you see, this word comes from that word. It's a vulgar Yeah, I enjoy, and they enjoy.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like Italian. You have to enjoy the
It's true.
hands and arms.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Of course, Spanish, rarely. Italian, also one person. But it doesn't, I mean, you never know. And also business English. I love business English. It's just something, because the last one was futures. I didn't have any idea. And I said, of course, you know business, you are a businessman. I know English, but together we will find out. And now I said, okay, let's talk about futures. Okay, standardized futures, commodities, and this and that. So funny, really funny. And I love the languages, and they love, but some of them, you know what? First of all, they don't have the aim. Really, like, I always ask, how long are you going to learn the language? How long? How much time would you like to spend? What is the aim? What is motivation? So some says that, I just have to learn because mom says, because somebody says. It's not motivation. Somebody asks me, can I do it for 1 month? I said, yes, if you don't sleep, if you don't eat, you can do that, of course, but it's just impossible. It's wasting time. But I don't like when they don't enjoy.
Yeah.
They don't enjoy.
You have to enjoy.
Yes, I'm so like wow, it's my language, the language I love.
You want to express yourself in that language.
And of course I have high blood pressure after the class because I use all my strength, everything, energy and everything, and then okay. So, but you have to be prepared. So no aim when they don't know what the language is for them, how long they're going to learn it. Of course, they're afraid to make mistakes. It's absolutely, everybody is, they know, but they cannot say anything. Of course, I push them. Of course, they don't repeat anything. And there is, there is a curve. The curve of forgetfulness or something. There is a curve. If you, for example, you had a class and then in 20 minutes you repeat it, and then in a day, in 2 weeks, in 1 month, yes, there is a theory, there is a curve. So if you do that, you will learn it. But having a practice every day,
doesn't work.
I don't think so. I don't think that people do practice every day.
Of course.
Some of them are stubborn, of course, yes. Of course, ladies, they spend more time. Men, not. It's also something. But I like those who love the language and spend time. Motivation and spend time. This is just these are necessary to learn the language. But mostly people just learn something, forget, don't do homework, and I don't insist. They're all grown-ups. I wouldn't say you didn't do your homework, so how could you know, of course. And I change, I'm flexible. So this is it.
Well, I can't agree with that. I'm recalling some memories of mine. Yeah, and that's the way it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to have an aim. Of course, you have to have a plan. You have to have a motivation. You have to have you have to spend time, definitely, every day a little bit, 20 minutes. For example, I go to the gym every other day on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I try not to miss. I'm just like really, no, I cannot skip. Even if I have something, I say no. I will go
It's a
to
habit.
do. It's a habit. It's a, yes, it's a necessity already. So maybe that's why I feel myself younger. So, but I, this is a rule. I have to do that, and I have to. Of course, I want to sleep. I want to do something else. I just want to just do nothing. But I push myself, and now for 1 year and a half, I go every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That's impressive.
Yes, at 10 o'clock, I'm there. That's it.
I don't have such motivation.
You don't have motivation because you're young and beautiful.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no,
Don't say that.
no,
I'm trying.
it's true. No, you're young.
Thank
When
you.
you're young, you don't think about some. But my years, they count, and I see, and I say, no, I'm an
It's
example,
important,
of
yeah.
course. So I go there. And you know, it's funny because when I come there, I'm the oldest in the gym, of course, and some of them say, oh, today the floor is clean, we did it. I didn't ask them. I didn't do anything. I just once said, I think the floor is not clean. That's it. And now they say, oh, the floor is clean, we did it. Okay. So
I think it's something with culture, with our culture.
no, it's my age. I think it's age. They think that I have like bossy look,
Oh,
probably.
yeah, probably.
Do
You'll
I have-
come in and say,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, your floor
Do I have?
is dirty.
Yes, I know how to look bossy with my
We have to
sunglasses.
learn that.
Okay, no.
For
It's
yourselves.
yes, it's true. It comes with experience. Of course, when I was your age, I would like, is it correct? Am I?
Should I clean the floor?
Should I clean the floor first? Yes, it's true.
But me, myself, and our team, we are diplomats. We are hoping to work as diplomats for our country, and I'm very interested in asking how do you see the future of Kazakhstan in the global transformations? Because
good
we are
question.
starting to
Good question.
negotiate with countries, maybe about globalization and stuff.
You know, yeah, it's true. Thank you for the question. The question is very good, very profound, very, like, really nice question. Well, first of all, where Kazakhstan is, it is in the center. It is between two big powers, Russia and China.
Yeah.
This is a geopolitical situation. So we have to be we developed multinational, multi-vector direction. Of course, we have it. We've been always as a leverage. We've been a bridge because we have a location. That central location in the Central Asia, and also among these two big powers. So this is it's a situation which gives us this opportunity to work on the development of many skills, many directions. That you already know 3 languages: Kazakh, Russian, English. It's not enough, of course.
Of course, it's not.
We are surrounded. We have to know Chinese, definitely. I would say Farsi, definitely, because of the situation.
Yeah.
Though they speak English too.
But speaking their language, it's great.
It's great. Arabic languages. Japanese, Koreans, it's like not obligatory, but a diplomat who knows several languages, he will be a priority.
Yeah,
really,
of course.
Really, and besides, you have to have You have to have an eye, I would say. You have to move. You have to know these soft skills. First of all, flexibility, communication, adaptability, multitasking. It's so necessary. You have to switch from one to another. I was involved in organizing receptions for 500 people. I didn't have any idea how to do that, but I learned. I didn't know how to, at the beginning, I didn't know what charity is, but I learned. And I've been an honorary member of the Spanish charity organization for 11 years.
Wow.
Yes, and now I have this experience. Sometimes I come up to the child. I can't stand. I mean, when I see a person, a child who is sick, I know what disease he has. I really know,
Yeah,
because
that's experience.
yes, that was experience. I was involved in the project. I knew how we fundraised the event. We did fundraising for the event, so that was experience. I know what autism is. I know how many forms autism has. So this is experience also. Who knew at that time that charity will be also an important event in Kazakhstan too? We didn't have an idea what charity is. But now we are all involved in charity. We know what it is and how to collect money, how to fundraise, how to ask for money, what to do, how to do. We were looking for funds. We were asking organizations. We went to the European Union. I remember we would go and ask and write a paper. So I learned a lot there. So these are soft skills you have to have. You have to be mobile. Adaptation, of course. Mobile, it means, for example, some of our ladies, they went to Iran to work at the embassy, and then the war started, they left. Now, without job, they are back in Kazakhstan. They sold their cars, their apartments, and now they come back all of a sudden. It's mobility.
Yeah.
You have to arrange things immediately. We had also a situation in Belgium when there were shootings. I don't remember when because we were there from 2012 to 2018. There was something
6
in the middle.
years.
Yes, 16. There was 2 big blasts. We were not ready. We were just like nothing. We stayed there. I didn't know Arabic. I was thinking, well, I have to learn something. And I'm a wife of a ambassador. I have to take care of my kids, of the embassy people. We didn't have connection. And we still have this house. It's just next to the forest. So at night, I would just imagine that from the forest, some people would come.
Oh.
They just, whoo, and then what would I say?
What would I do?
What would I do? What would I do? Of course, I wouldn't speak English. I would say something in Arabic, a little bit. At least in Kazakh, I would say
Yalla, yalla.
yalla yalla, yalla yalla. But yalla yalla, it's like come on. I will not invite them to the house, but let's say something Habibi or
something.
I was like survive. I was thinking to survive. As my German teacher, I was also learning German. And he told me, Gulistan, you will survive. I said, of course, definitely I will survive. You know English, Spanish, Italian. Why do you need German? I said, no, I need German. I need German. And I love this expression. I always say, I will survive. This is my motto, I will survive. I will really survive. Because my kids, they say, Mom, we are not worried.
You will survive.
Even if the plane doesn't come, you will crawl. You will find a way. You will just swim in the ocean. Nobody survives. You will survive. Well, I'm proud that I can do that, and they know. And as my grandson, he's 20. He lives in Italy, and he says, if something happens, a little bit problem, and he tells his mom, my daughter, he says, call grandma. She will just resolve the conflict.
What do I do?
And I laugh because, well, and he thinks that I know everything. Of course, I'm an experienced person. But I would say that no, not everybody is experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody will just waste time. And I know this, the ladies of my status and age, they would say, well, you know the languages. It sounds like, well, they opened my head and just put all the language and they said, come on, just go. No, of course, I spend money, I spend time, I spend energy. I was just learning. And now I know that I can survive, I can earn money, and I can communicate, and I find myself easy. And I know how to talk to Japanese, I know how to talk to Finnish people, I know how to talk to Spanish people, of course, hola, and that's it. Or Italian, I know, oh, buongiorno. That's it, this way, buongiorno. Yeah, really. British, I can speak
and you
British.
know what not to say.
Not to say, exactly. And they will just laugh, and I will say, oh, just like that, as if that's funny. I find it funny. I know that I can find the way out. I can find the solution, and it's the experience.
That's just what we all need to learn how to do that.
Of course.
How to gain experience.
Gain experience every day, and remember, learn it, just have it. I used to collect the stories, have my file, and then in the computer also was a challenge because I saw my first computer at the age of 40. And even now, I say, well, I call my daughter, Anara, I have this button which doesn't work.
Что мне делать?
No, she says, Mom, don't touch it. Don't spoil it. As if I'm stupid. I say, why? Well, when somebody says no, I want to do that. So I said, Mom,
maybe
please.
Once.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Mom, please don't. I said, yeah, but I'm running out of storage. Please. You will come, I will fix it, okay? Of course I don't like when they talk like that, as if I'm stupid. And I say, well, I can do that. Just like that.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I loved all my experience. There was an experience when I'm a painter also.
Wow.
So I received a letter. You have to stop me any moment.
No, I'm so interested.
So many stories, really. So I got an email. We had to get prepared for the exhibition, and they wanted our paintings, and I received this paper. I didn't understand. Only one word, pixel. Okay, pixel. At least I know 3,000 pixel. Okay, and the rest like what? And then I called my daughter, of course. I'm in Belgium, she's in Italy. Anara, I didn't get anything what's that? Mom, send it to me. I sent it to her. And I said, how will I do that? They want my photo and the photo of my painting. Mom, there is one solution. You go to the photo center. Mm-hmm. You say 3,000 pixels photo of me and the painting. That's it. And the rest I will do. Okay, she did. And then my friend, she's Italian, she called me, Gulistan. And I was the first to send. And then she said, how did you do that? I said, I don't know. I asked my daughter. And said, you have a son, ask him, but he's not there. I said, she's not there here with me also. I called her. And okay. Then French woman, the same age, ambassadors, wives, and a French woman, Ariel. Gulistan, how did you do? I said, this one. You have to find your daughter or son. They can manage it. They can do that. Don't do that. I mean, don't do. Okay. That was so funny, so funny.
And don't press that button.
Don't press that button. And then we went to American. Also, she's so lovely. And she invited us. We were 3-4 ladies. We still have WhatsApp chat. Belga queens.
Oh.
Yes. And
so royal.
Royal. And they're just fun.
Young
of course.
people do that too.
Yeah. And then she wanted to show us something. And she called her daughter, I don't remember, Amanda, for example. Amanda, I wanted the girls to see what I had or you did. Mom, I told you the other day.
No.
And we were looking at her. And I'm sorry, but I forgot how to do that. And of course I asked her, I said, don't worry, we'll all pass through this. I told you. And then I told my daughter, never do that. Never do that. I told you, okay? Okay. So it's still a challenge to work with a computer when you're running out of storage or something, or Teams or something pops up.
Even
you don't know.
It's
For us, it's nothing.
No, it is. Sometimes,
Really?
yeah, there is something like new app and you have to manage it somehow. So you just try to, especially when it's in English, and you try to know some few like features. You have to translate them, but eventually it works out. But
yes, but when I go, not to tell my daughters, I go to the computer center and I say, can you fix this problem? And they change into Russian. I have English. Everything is in English. And they change into Russian. I said, I asked you to do that or not? I need it in English, only in English, because I work in English. So, and then of course I have to ask somebody else to switch it back. But I would love to learn something, computer, get this computer knowledge or something. But, well, it was not given at the beginning. And now it's, of course, I couldn't learn those 10 fingers typing. And I use
and not
this.
to press one only button.
No, I use two fingers. That's funny. But I can do it.
Yeah, that was such a lovely conversation, actually. Yeah.
Thank you. Really, I enjoyed your company.
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought that you would be tense, but you were not.
I was tense, but you were so comfortable, so I became comfortable too.
Thank you. It was lovely, really. I was like, I forgot about other people who were talking.
Other people there.
Yeah. Well, the next stage is gossiping. You know what?
We switch out the
you
camera.
saw her. Like, look at her.
Switch off the camera.
Switch off.
Gossiping.
Yes, this is a stage when you know the language. You have to gossip. I told you the other day.
Yeah.
Yes, like they would push me. Gulistan, let's speak Italian. You know her?
Yeah.
They gossip a lot too. So I would like, see.
Yeah,
That's
we
funny.
all need to learn the language to that level.
To that level, definitely. Of course. You have to sometimes you also make
Yeah. You have to talk with someone about
some
the person.
emotions, some expression, something with your eyes. A lot, I tell the girls about the eye connection. I mean, how you look at the person, how you get attached to somebody. That's funny. I love the stories.
That's a science too.
Okay, aren't you tired of me?
No, I'm not. Are you?
Are you?
I can sit there and talk for hours.
Yeah, we have water, we have conversation. Did I answer all the questions?
Yeah, they are ended actually.
Okay, ended.
Actually, I noticed that we there was a question that we
skipped.
no, we skipped it because we already talked about that by
I
ourselves.
told you, I always say, well, just stop me, okay?
No,
Because I
it's-
can talk and talk and talk and talk. But today I will have 2 more classes. So,
But thank you.
are
very
you
much.
satisfied?
I am so satisfied.
Really?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was
that
fun.
was experience. That was.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really.